Why are you so intent on helping Ukraine? You're not doing much about our own country when we have a border that's completely broken. I reject the idea this is a global phenomenon problem. I think you're misdiagnosing the problem. This is policy changes y'all instituted that I told you wouldn't work, and we now need to fix that.
Is it possible to criticize George Soros without being anti-Semitic?
I don't know all the tropes that people use to associate with George Soros, but when they talk about
No. Not when they talk about something else. Is criticism against George Soros ever not anti-Semitic? That's the question.
Ms. Burdett has offered to answer that.
No, but you mentioned Mr. Soros. I want you to answer. There's no phone a friend here in the Judiciary Committee.
What has happened in the United States is that we use different code words.
Right, no, I'm not, that's not the question.
No, wait, I'm answering your question.
Okay.
We use different code words to disguise anti-Semitism. And so Soros has become the code word that replaced Rothschild.
But is it possible to criticize him without being anti-Semitic? Yes or no?
I don't know the context. I'm not going to talk without knowing
no
context.
That is just an astonishing thing. And similarly, you said any critique of globalism is anti-Semitic. Now that really is an Austin Powers.
No, what I said was that the word globalist, I didn't say any critique of globalism. Okay. What I said was the word globalist had become the new code word
but it's not,
for the internationalist code word from the previous period.
But you ascribe that motive. See, when I criticize globalism, I'm often criticizing the UN, which then in turn goes around and criticizes Israel. So if critiquing a globalist entity that criticizes Israel is anti-Semitic.
So why use the word globalist instead of the UN?
Well, because the UN's goals are to have a global order over things that deprive countries of their sovereignty. One of those countries is Israel. That is the great hypocrisy of what I think is frankly a reverse trope, that any criticism of Soros or any criticism of globalism is somehow anti-Semitic. Sometimes they're just criticisms of Soros and of globalism.
Under our current laws, I know I'm correct on this, if you endorse or you espouse terrorist views and you apply for a visa, that's denied. You're inadmissible, right?
I believe that's the correct language.
So what if you already have a visa, and then while in the U.S. with that visa, you espouse or support terrorist activity? Shouldn't that be an automatic cancellation of that visa?
Senator, I would have to check the law, but I would understand that it might be a basis for the revocation of the visa and the removal of the individual. I'd want to check the law in that area.
Well, I think it makes sense that if you can't get a visa because you espouse terrorist views or endorse terrorist views, if you have a visa and then you do that while a visitor, we're talking about visitors to the United States, that visa should be canceled.
I would agree.
Okay, good, because I'm asking the administration to enforce that, and I hope you will. I think that's important. Let me